Welcome again to the lessons here on e-marketing here at educator.com. Now, up until now, we've been talking about Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest, of course, YouTube. But believe it or not, there are virtually hundreds of social media websites out there, or social networking websites out there that really you should be aware of. And you'll be amazed to know how many of them actually surpass some of the ones that we've mentioned already. Okay, so this is going to be a rather very brief and easy lesson. We're just going to describe what are the other social media or social networking websites out there. And very simple, let's go to this page right here. We're going to talk about the most visited 12 social networking websites out there in that order. So obviously, the number one is Facebook, and Twitter is number 2. LinkedIn is number 3. All right, and we've already discussed that in previous lessons, so we're not going to go into it too much. But if we were to do MySpace, okay, the old MySpace, and let's go to the browser here, and let's visit MySpace. Okay, let's go myspace.com. Whoops, I guess MySpace is not happening anymore, huh? Let's go ahead and click on MySpace here. There's MySpace. Okay, well, it's still very, very popular, very, very used. And I would definitely, look, I would keep an account on MySpace. I have one here under this channel that I'm creating. And notice that what I did was I linked it to Twitter. So if you go to Twitter, you can actually when you do create a MySpace account, it'll ask you if you want to connect to Twitter or Facebook. And in this case, I am doing just that. So even though I'm never entering into MySpace, it's automatically being updated. And, well, so whoever is still using MySpace, they can view whatever it is that I'm saying. I've only have a few friends here. As you can see, the top 7 friends, that's all I have here. But mostly all of them are musically orientated or they're public speakers. So still a pretty powerful medium to use. It's up to you. You can use it or you don't. If you're a musician, if you are a public speaker. So let's go ahead and write that down, actually. Okay, again, if you are a musician, okay, public speaker, okay, MySpace, I recommend it, okay, because you can always link to your website and show people, and MySpace does provide a very good platform for those mediums. All right, and then of course there is Google+. Okay, that's a very powerful tool. Google+, the people of Google are trying hard to get people to enter into that website. If I was to go to Google right now, let's go ahead and see what we can do. If I was to log in, notice that I've got Gym Plus on the top left there. See if I can increase the size. There you see Gym Plus. That's me. And obviously I get my typical news feeds. I'm not going to go into create an account. They're pretty simple. You know, if you want to create an account, you can add your profile over there. Again, that's my son over there. You can explore things. You can get different feeds. You can put up different photos up there and the nice thing about it is that you can actually upload photos directly from your iPhone. Okay, which is really cool. So anyways, these are all family pictures of myself, so won't go any further than that. But this is just another social networking website. It is growing popular. It's the 5th, believe it or not, still the 5th most popular social networking website, just after MySpace. But I'm pretty much convinced that it's going to overtake MySpace and move up to number 4. All right, so then there is DeviantArt, okay, and I think this is a really, really good website. So let's go to deviantart.com. Okay, let's type in art.com. And this is pretty much for people who want to share their artwork. And it's amazing because I love art. I love photography, I love painting, I love hand drawing. and you can actually upload any kind of artworks. For instance, let's go on the left-hand side over here. You have a navigation bar of the different kind of categories or artwork. There's horror, there's fireworks, there's dark room, there's still life. In this case, I am under photography. Okay, notice photography is highlighted, and all these are different types of photography. Okay, if we go back to all categories, look at this kind. Look at other stuff that they can have. You can put cartoon and comics. Once you click there, there are subcategories: digital media, traditional media. Okay, and then once you've selected something, let's look at this. Looks like Hamlet with the skull. Last poor Colin, we meet again. Well, anyways, you can actually comment on these artwork. Okay, notice that, and here you can read all about it. So DeviantArt is a very, very highly visible website, number 6. Okay, and surprisingly, unless you're an artist, you probably don't know much about it. But if you are an artist, or a web designer, or a photographer, or anything to do with what you consider to be art, you can even if you're a cake decorator, you probably put things on there. So I would definitely recommend this to upload your information and your artwork and see what people say. Number 7 is LiveJournal. And again, this is mostly about, this is sort of like news where we can comment on it. So go to LiveJournal. Tagged is a social networking website mostly used for finding dates and finding friends. Orkut, let's go ahead to Orkut, O-R-K-U-T. Okay, let's do that, www. Let's see if it allows us to go in there. And there you see it pretty much is another social media website. I guess it's kind of popular. It's more popular in Europe than it is in the Americas. But again, you can go ahead and upload your photos, your videos. I don't have anything here only because, well, I mean, I'm already part of Facebook, and MySpace. There's only so many social networking stuff that I can actually handle. So again, but I'm here to list the more popular ones. Orkut is up there. Cafe Mom for all you mothers out there, okay? And I know that my wife had become a new mom as of recently, and of course in Google I showed you some of my son's photo. So let's go to Cafe Mom, and let's see, Moms Connecting. So in this website, mothers, they offer conversation, advice, all this stuff that mothers can talk about for their children. And I think that it accommodates not only newborn children, but basically of all ages. So if you're a mother, this website is for you. And finally, there is Ning. Ning is pretty interesting because it acts as a social media website on its own, but at the same time, it allows you to create your own Facebook type of page. Okay, let's go ahead. Create social with your, so in other words, it allows you to create your own specific Facebook. So a lot of artists, like a lot of rock bands and musicians, they'll create their own social media for people who is involved for their own band. It's really interesting. The Peace Corps, for instance, has their own Ning website. Okay, notice that. All right, so I mean, it's really interesting, and of course you can add it to your own website. So in other words, if you want your own Facebook or MySpace, Ning is a place for you. You can try it for free in the beginning, but I think that after a certain number of users, you have to pay them a small amount of money. But go to Ning.com and find out more information for yourself. And this surprises me that Meetup is number 12, but then again, there's billions of websites out there, and there are well over 500 social media groups. So for the fact that it's number 12, that's still very impressive, but I kind of figure it would be even further up there. Let's go to meetup.com. Okay, and Meetup pretty much allows you to create groups, people to meet up with, whether it's for social, business, common interest. All right, I mean, if you can see right here, it kind of explains different things like at different areas. Like I can enter my zip code. All right, let's do that. Okay, so here are stuff that's happening in my area, and I can join a group. Okay, like for instance, Cycling Connections, I can join a group, and then once I do join a group, I can get notifications on that group. Again, for business-wise, if you can go ahead and create business networking groups. If you don't want to join the Chamber of Commerce, or if you have a common interest, for instance, a book club, or a traveling club, this is the place to be. And this is, again, the number 12 most visited website. There's a lot more out there. Facebook, of course, is number one for now. Who knows what it'll be later on. I think Pinterest is actually kind of catching up, but it's definitely growing up there. I know we've talked about Pinterest at a previous lesson, and it's definitely climbing the charts as well. So anyways, you can go ahead and Google social networking websites, and I think Wikipedia has a list of them. That's favorites for you. Okay, if you're a college professor at a certain discipline, there are social networks specific for college professors. Biology, chemistry, math, everything that we teach here in educator.com, there is a social network that focuses on that particular interest group. And that is going to be the future of social networking. Instead of a be-all, end-all, okay, it's going to be a focused group where like minds can talk about like-minded things. And that'll be it for this lesson, short and sweet. This is Jim, educator.com.